Hi everybody, Andy here with etrailer.com. Let's take a real quick look at this Performance Tool 2-in-1 rechargeable headlamp. Now this headlamp is obviously going to give you hands-free lighting at the campsite, whether maybe you're backpacking going down the trail at night, auto emergencies, and a whole lot more. Now currently I have what they call the area light turned on, and it's at its full brightness. And this does have an area light and then a spotlight here, which I don't have turned on yet. And each of these lights can operate at 100%, 50%, and then they have a strobe feature. So for the area light, this is at 100%, 50%, and then the strobe, and then I'll turn that off. And then the spotlight, let me look off to the distance here so I don't blind you. That's going to be 100%, 50%, and then strobe. And then you can turn them on at the same time, 100%, 50%, and both of them are strobe in strobe function. So very easy to use, very easy to get exactly what you're looking for. And what I want to do is shut my studio lights off here. I'm going to begin with the spotlight and shine it on the wall behind me. So as you can see, it has a nice concentrated beam of light. And when I was testing this out earlier, I was really surprised at the distance that this goes, and I'll mention those numbers to you in a moment. So spotlight on my wall, that's at 100%, and then that's my area light. So you can see you get quite a bit of brightness there. And then let me turn that area light off. So spotlight at 100, 50, and then strobe. And then this is the area light, so you can see it's a wider view here. And so the area light 100%, and let me turn that spotlight off, and then 50%, and then strobe. Now this does have a tilting feature, so let me turn my area light on. So you can see the area light shines up the area of my table pretty well, and this is at 100%, and then 50% strobe, and then the spotlight, you can really see a difference. It's focused light, and then this is at 100%, 50%, and then strobe. So let me turn my studio lights back on here. I'm going to turn this off so I'm not continuing to blind you. I did want to point out that this does have a tilting feature, as I mentioned, so this is going to be very easy to use. Let's take a close-up look at it real quick. So the area light here is going to give you, it has a lumen rating rather of 210 lumens at 100%. And then the beam is about 12 meters. And then it's going to have a 3-hour runtime, all at 100%. Then at 50%, it's going to be 100 lumens, and then 8-meter beam, and then about 4.5-hour runtime. Then there's our strobe. And then with our spotlight, you're going to have at 100% a 110 lumen rating, and then that beam is going to be about 48 meters, and it's going to have a 6.5-hour runtime. And then at 50%, 60 lumen rating, 25-meter beam, and then 12-hour runtime. And then there's our strobe. Now if you have it both on, just like that, it's going to be a total of 320 lumens and about 2.5 hours of runtime. So 100%, 50%, strobe, and now it's off. Here are the buttons at the top that are going to control each light. And then here's that pivoting action, just showing you close up here. And this has an adjustable strap. It's elastic, as you can see. And I think this is, when I wore it briefly, it fit really snugly over my big head. Felt pretty comfortable. This didn't feel like it was getting warm or anything like that when I had it on my head. And then at the bottom here, we do have a micro USB plug. So you can just plug in this included cable like that, and then plug this other end, which is a USB-A, into a power supply, an adapter, what have you, to charge this back up. So I have reviewed quite a few different headlamps recently, and each headlamp seems to have a different set of functionality. Sometimes they're pretty complicated, sometimes they have a lot of features. This one I like because it's simple. It gives you a spotlight, it gives you an area light. The basic necessities really of a headlamp. If you're not looking for anything real fancy, I think this will really be a good headlamp for you to consider. Well, I think that's going to wrap up our look today. I do hope that it was helpful for you. Again, my name is Andy. Thank you for joining me.